say are power shots.
Yeah.
Let's say delivering the heat. Who's known for that devastating body work going.
Whale and Batir Akhmedov last year. This is, and we had a great 140-pound fight.
Too long, too much.
Wow. With the magnitude of the moment. Now, here in the U.S. in his first fight on a...
I mean, he is doing the Subriel Matias.
Into the round, he's already thrown 52 punches. And landing now is right. So much we talked about as they do fight.
Was the big left. Action on the inside.
Pound title again. Josh Taylor was the...
Maybe doing a little better. Yeah.
Matias, 7, 8, engine, going upstairs, another left.
Okay, let's work on the nose. Let's go.
What has been stopped at the end of round number 5.
As you saw in the title and in the thumbnail, this might be a war. Just like to welcome everybody back to the channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new here, please, consider subscribing. It will really help the channel out. Real quick, down in the link below, I have these shirts up for sale. This is the first one in a long time. I have a couple other designs there. A lot of them are really old. I'm updating them as I go. I will update them here and let you know when something new drops. And I might do something boxing related eventually. But anyway, just like I said, sometimes, if you feel like supporting the channel in that way, go ahead and cop yourself a shirt. But now let's get back to this fight. Now listen, okay. So let's start with Subriel Matias, right? His best fight, in my opinion, was this IBF title fight where it was versus Ponce. He stopped him in 5 rounds. The curious part is that in those 5 rounds, it was a hell of a fight, and it was a close fight, really close fight. Now, the interesting part about this is that Ponce was really close to beating him if he would have kept on the outside. For those first 3 rounds, 2.5 to 3 rounds, Ponce's jabs and uppercuts were landing at will, keeping Matias back, right? Matias had to keep resetting, keep coming back in, resetting, keep coming back in, and he was getting hit at will. His defense in that fight, it showed me that Matias' defense is not as good as maybe people think. More traditional boxer in Ponce was giving Matias all kinds of fits. Now you can pretend and say that that's Matias' game plan, like huddle up, get in there, and then go on the inside. Now that might be his game, but that is usually of somebody who is not as classically trained as a boxer, right? But it could be. Matias got the job done. But the thing in that fight is I didn't see anything that Matias actually did to make Ponce sit there, right? It's almost like Ponce actually decided to sit there and bang out because he was having some success on the inside too. He was on the outside and on the inside, but on the inside, that's when Matias breaks loose. That's where he's at home, and that's the mistake. Ponce kind of fell in love with being on the inside and staring and admiring his work instead of being on the inside, landing that uppercut and going back out and then jabbing and keeping him at a distance. He didn't do that. He decided to stay inside, and ultimately those hard thudding shots just caught up to Ponce because he abandoned the game plan thinking he had something on the inside where it was all an illusion really, and I believe quit. I think he didn't want anything to do with what Matias was giving him on the inside. That's what I think. Because I didn't see anything really or heard since that something major happened. I just think he quit. But it was a very close fight up until that point. Paro, I watched him against Montana Love. And Montana Love being a classical quick fighter, right? Classical boxer, quick fighter. Paro being a southpaw. He was giving, listen, Love was coming off of a loss. But Love looked good, quick feet. They look pretty good. Leon Paro, he has a wide stance, and he stands kind of almost not at an angle. He stands kind of more squared off to you. But he knows how to jab real well. He's not as rangy, I don't think. I didn't check the numbers, and put them down below if you have them, between Ponce and Paro's arm reach. But it seems like he's a shorter arm reach fighter. But he's very disciplined with that right jab, and that left hand comes in nice behind it. And that uppercut that he caught Love with was perfection. Love is not Matias, but it gave me a good indication of what Paro might bring to the table. It all comes together like this. who can enforce whose will on who and who can stick to their game plan the best. I think Matias' game plan is obviously just get on the inside. He's not going to box on the outside. He might use his jab a couple of times to try to get inside, but he's not going to box on the outside. His primary job is going to want to be get on the inside. Paro's job is going to stay on the outside, work that right jab, and then hit him with that left, right? And if he does find himself on the inside, he's going to have to rip that uppercut up the middle, then jab his way out and circle. I think if Paro can maintain that concentration, he can win this fight. As a matter of fact, my prediction for this, por favor, no estoy tratando de hacerlo, do my best here. If Paro can maintain his concentration, stay on the outside, and only fight on the inside when he's cornered, and then work his way out and go back around, round them up again, and get back in the middle of the ring and jab and use the left hand, I think he pulled this off. I think Paro wins on a split close decision versus Matias. I know it's crazy. Listen, there's still a chance that Paro stays on the inside too long and he gets knocked the hell out. That's still a possibility. But I think Paro can actually edge out Matias on a decision. And guys, don't tell me that Paro's not on Matias' level, because all you're going to do is downplay his win or loss. If you downplay him now and Matias loses to him, then he lost to a nobody. But if you talk him up and he loses, he lost to a good fighter. Or if he beats him, he won against a good fighter. If you talk him down, he beat a fighter that was no one. You understand what I'm saying? The logic there? So I've been hearing that Paro's good. I've seen some things. I think he can pull it off. That's going to be my decision. I know I have a feeling I'm wrong, but I'm going with that gut feeling. I hope I'm wrong, because Puerto Rico needs a good fighter to be the champion and ambassador. And if Matias can beat Paro in a convincing way, he might be on his way. So I hope I'm wrong. I really do, but I don't. I kind of see Paro edging it off at a close split decision. Let me know in the comments down what you think. You think I'm right? Think I'm wrong? You think I'm way off base? How do you think this fight plays out? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.